everyone, welcome to my channel. Today is part 3 of the importance of habits, making it easy. Now, I did say a tip from my short earlier, and today I'm going to explain a little bit with the topic, making it easy. First and foremost, we tend to do things that are easy rather than doing a task that we seem is more difficult. Part of what seems easier today, it was easier me just scrolling through my phone rather than getting up and coming over to my little office and record a video. That is an example. The best way to make habits easier, we have to reduce the friction of each step to be able to do it. Part of that friction is depending on how many steps you gotta do just to even start that habit. That is where the 2-minute rule comes into place. According to the book, we're supposed to be able to start our habits within less than 2 minutes. Now, what do I mean by starting? What I mean is the very first step that gets you into the habit. Let's say you have a goal where you want to be able to run a marathon. Okay, you're not at that level running a marathon. That is your most difficult part of the habit. What's a little easier? 6 miles. But even then, that's pretty difficult. Next step, running a mile. That's medium, but still hard. Easy, walking a block. Very easy step. Put on your running shoes that you plan to use to go running, or if you have a outfit that you use while you are going out on runs. That's your very first thing. But where do you keep it? Because depending on what you have to do to get to it in the first place, you're not going to feel like it. We are naturally lazy. We tend to want to do things that are easier. The best way to help to get that to be very easy, set your workout or running clothes right beside your bed or wherever you are that you first get up in the morning after your alarm goes off. For me personally, that is across my room from my bed because that is where I have my phone. I have my room across the room because that helps encourage me to get out of bed. What I need to start is put those running clothes right by the table where I have my phone set and set it right beside my phone so that as soon as I stop, it's like, oh yeah, let's start this. I put them on, get my shoes, and that's the first step. And by the time you get to that, it's like, all right, let's go walk 10 minutes. It's very simple. And it is very beneficial to master the 2-minute rule in every one of your steps. By mastering the 2 first minutes, over time, you could grow into doing it longer. Whether it is working out, eating healthier, any kind of habit, you gotta master the first 2 minutes at the beginning. Then after you have mastered that, where you do it automatically, start stretching out for how long you do and take a little step closer to the harder step. Maybe instead of walking this time, I'm gonna jog. And depending on how much distance I want to jog, and so on and so forth. So that is one way to help reduce the friction. And this can be applicable to anything, whether it is schoolwork, or if someone is an artist, or someone who enjoys making or playing music or playing games. The best thing that I have learned when it comes to the 2-minute rule, have it out where you could see and have a designated place for it. Instead of just having it all over, you have to prime your environment. And what I mean by prime your environment, you have to design your space in a way it's like, okay, in this area, I'm doing this. So I have only these things in the area so that when tomorrow hits, it's all ready for you, ready to go. You could just grab it and start going. That is what it means to prime your environment. Because priming your environment is a key factor of what helps you have good habits. I'll give you a couple examples for me. I have my little office area where I have a designated table just for my artwork, where currently it's cleared off because I've been reorganizing a few things. But what I would do, I would get my sketchbook, I would get a few pencils out and colored pencils, markers, and I will set it out on there. On the other side, I have my little office area where my computer and technical stuff is. Now I leave my computer there and I leave it open, as well as a specific notebook that I would use for that. And every time, once I'm done recording videos, I could look over and it's like, oh, yes, let's edit my video and let's work on a few things that would better help my content or better help me find research, people to help me with my project, and so on and so forth. My other example, I have a table that is sort of the dining table, but I have a different place where I tend to eat my food more frequently. And that table I use for mostly writing out my thoughts, my list of things that I need to do before the day, and so on. And I have it there. While in my bedroom, sleep only. I try not to really have anything else in there except what is in there. Clothes and a bed to sleep on. It is best to memorize your 2-minute rule of habits and make it a morning ritual where you're able to do every time. Even if you have a little list of things you gotta do, put that in, making sure it's like, all right, I gotta start that first step. Once you get that first step, you should be able to start for 2 minutes. You gotta master that by continuously practicing it. By you doing it and practicing it, you will get better at it. Another thing was mentioned is your choices. In a day, you have a series of decisions and choices that is more of a one-time thing. Depending on what you do will result on you either having a good day or a bad day. Whether you have to grab a piece of paper, think of it more like a web in some sort. First you start with one action, and then it could split up into two other actions. They kind of split and branch. Depending on the choice you make will either lead you towards a bad day or a good day. What helps is defining it. Define what makes a good day and what makes a bad day, and make sure you're being aware of those decisions, because there are times it's a one-time decision, and based on that decision will result if you'll have a good day or not. The other part into it is called a gateway habit. Now, a gateway habit leads desired incomes by mapping out goals on a scale from very easy to very hard. That is what I was describing earlier with the 2-minute rule. But that is the best way to help you out when it comes to your habits to reach to that desired goal. You gotta look at it where it's like, all right, here's my goal, my desired outcome from the biggest thing that you could think of, whether it is graduating, going to a concert, or being around one of your famous people that you've always wanted to meet. But you got to break that down and scale it from very hard to very easy. And that will help you out tremendously on steps that you need to take in order to get to that desired outcome. But it's very simple of getting all of it to make it easy. Now, to make your bad habits difficult, do the opposite. Instead of make it very easy in plain sight, you have your designated place to do stuff, do the opposite, make it hard. Whether it is scrolling on your phone while you're trying to do work, take your phone out to another room or give it to a friend, family, and say, do not give this to me until I finish this task in this area. Try to make it as hard as possible. Or if you're watching a lot of TV recently, maybe you want to take out the batteries, set them somewhere else where you normally don't want to go, whether it is in a drawer somewhere or in a room that's like, main thing, you have to make it as difficult as possible so that you're not even starting those bad habits. But that is all that I have for today. I need to get ready to go to my jobs, but thank you so much for listening in. Hopefully this helps. Please leave like, comment, subscribe to this. It has really helped me, and thank you for everyone that has seen my content and that are my subscribers. I really appreciate it. I am glad on how much it has grown already, and I'm excited to do more content for you guys. So thank you so much. Let's continue doing the work and be great. I'll see you in the next video, everyone.